Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we're going to take a look at some pythons! Some sick pythons in Kaiju number 8. Alright, what am I talking about? Well, first off, there will be spoilers through chapter 53, so if you're worried about that, you can move away now, and to give you time, I'll tell you to click the links below my video to get yourself a copy of my book, Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, or Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, pretty much wherever books are sold. Now, let's get into something that I actually missed on the first 4 or so readings, and I didn't actually catch this till I started listening to other YouTubers talking about it, and many of them were talking about it. And so I went back and I examined the pages and saw what I had missed. So we're looking at chapter 53, pages 5, 6, and 7. So what happens is this. Captain Narumi and Kaiju number 8 are in the middle of the fight. Kaiju number 8 is pushing his body to the limit. You see the blood drops flying everywhere. So Kafka is putting out at least as much energy and stress as he did when he was fighting the Yoju bomb. Now, on page number 5, you see Kafka opens up his rocket blasters and just slams his right arm into Kaiju number 9's right arm. With a massive shockwave is released, just the shockwave alone rips into the ground. Then we get a very up-close panel that shows exactly how the force moved across Kaiju number 8's muscles. And you see it kind of go up in a line, up his biceps, and then you get a so you have a, I guess you could call it a vertical line running from his wrist to his elbow up his biceps. And then or wait a minute, which ones are biceps and which ones are triceps? Hold on while I go research this. Never mind. Biceps and triceps mean completely different things from what I thought they did. Anyway, the first force line you see runs up Kaiju number 8's wrist to his elbow. Then you have another one running sideways across his biceps and triceps, those big muscles between the elbow and the shoulder. Now this is interesting. It's the lines are formed by the blood spurting out of his injuries. Now, I want to take a little side quest here. I've made a couple videos about Kaiju number 8's degeneration power, and this is close to the scene where Matsumoto just straight up lampshades it. Matsumoto's not taking any chances. He wants the fandom to see and notice Kaiju number 8's degeneration power. Keep that in mind. I'm not sure it's connected, but there's a possibility that it is. Anyway, the lines of force we see, as represented by the blood spurting out, run up Kaiju number 8's arm from his wrist to his elbow, then sideways across the broader muscles between his elbow and his shoulder. And then we see there's a couple beats here. Kaiju number 8 gets thrown back by the blow. Meanwhile, now, in the bottom left-hand image, and you might have to zoom in to see this. This is something that's really easy to miss. In the bottom left-hand image, we see after Kaiju number 8 has been knocked back by the blow, we see the much larger, bulkier Kaiju number 9 fluttering his wings. The blow didn't even knock him back. He was so massive and powerful. He flutters his wings in preparation to leave, but we see force lines traveling, and these are not blood spurting, but electrical discharges, not the kind that Kaiju number 9 generates, but the kind that Kaiju number 8 generates. So immediately after this punch that gave those distinctive blood lines on Kaiju number 8, we now have electricity lines from Kaiju number 8 on Kaiju number 9 traveling up his wrist from the impact point of their blow to his elbow in that same wrist to elbow vertical pattern. Then, in the very next panel, it's a full half-page panel, the one where Kaiju number 9's right arm just mysteriously falls off. It falls off at the same point that the horizontal bloodline was on Kaiju number 8's biceps. And then the rest of the half page is dedicated to Narumi's and Kafka's reaction to this oddity. The next 2 panels are Narumi and Kafka crouching ready for their next attack, and there's just 2 exclamation points. It's like, a what? Huh. Anyway, then Narumi and Kaiju number 8 glance at each other, exchanging thoughts. They're like, did you see that? Yeah, I saw that. And that's when Captain Narumi, the brilliant tactician that we discovered, says Kaiju number 8, don't let up on him. So, Captain Narumi appears to be somewhat, on some level, aware of Kaiju number 8's degeneration powers. And Captain Narumi recognized that whatever that was that happened to Kaiju number 9's arm as something that Kaiju number 8 had done. And Kafka's now recognized this as well. And if you look at the injury on page 6, you can see that it's dripping, rotting. So this is definitely a sign of Kaiju number 8's degeneration power. So, and again, this is not something that Kafka has been shown to be aware of. So this is either the little guy prompting Kafka to use this, the little guy in the sort of mind-body meld using it himself, or through some other method. But anyway, this is definitely the little guy exerting control over their merge to help Kafka win the fight against Kaiju number 9. But what I want to talk about is that definitely Kaiju number 8 in a furious attack used his degeneration powers, and it appears that the degeneration power was physically activated this time. Where their blows landed, the energy traveled up Kaiju number 9's arm and then took his arm off. So why did it stop there at the bicep? What were those electric signals traveling up Kaiju number 9's arm? And why does the damage pattern on Kaiju number 9's right arm mimic the damage pattern on Kaiju number 8's right arm? Now, the obvious inference here is that there are similarities in structure between these two humanoid kaiju. And that horizontal line across the biceps and triceps right there is just a weak point, and a massive blow taken on the fist like that with the body breaks, the force is going to do the much damage as it travels through the arm in that point. But there's another possibility. If Kaiju number 8, we know that Kaiju number 8 has this degeneration power. Kaiju number 8 has the ability to interfere with other Kaiju's regeneration. I had thought at first that this was just like a general field, just like a blasting out sound waves, sending out electromagnetic field, that this was just sort of there was a contained area where Kaiju number 8 could have this effect. But every time we've seen it in the past, it's happened when Kaiju number 8 was punching something, because that is, of course, Kafka's signature fighting style. Get in there and punch it till it breaks. The time we saw it with the Yoju bomb, Kafka punched the Yoju bomb, which was an unusual method of solving the problem, but it worked. And that was when Kafka was fighting Kaiju number 9 in the giant fungal attack. Again, he went in and he punched him and managed to stifle the degeneration process that way. Stifle his regeneration process that way. So it looks like instead of being a projective field of Kaiju degeneration or Kaiju regeneration blockage, Kaiju number 8 has to be in physical contact. But it also appears that he can send, what it really looks like is that Kaiju number 8 took the damage that was done to his body and projected it onto Kaiju number 9's body. So here's my theory. It's not even theory, it's just a thought at this point. Tell me what you think about it. Does Kaiju number 8's regeneration blocking ability work by projecting Kaiju number 8's own weaknesses and damage onto whatever he punches? So would be one of those attacks where whatever damage the opponent deals out to Kaiju number 8, Kaiju number 8 is able to reflect that back on the opponent. Maybe not. Maybe that just was a weak point. Maybe it's falling off at the elbow there and not as much on the biceps and triceps as it looks like. But it really does appear that the damage to Kaiju number 9's arm followed the damage to Kaiju number 8's arm when they punched. And in that lower left-hand panel on page 5, there's definitely some sort of Kaiju number 8 energy crawling up Kaiju number 9's arm. So again, it looks like this degeneration power is much more of a directed attack. It's a physical contact attack. And there's a slim possibility that it is a mirroring attack, mirroring on the opponent whatever damage the opponent inflicted on Kaiju number 8. So I just thought that was really, really interesting. And thanks to all the other YouTubers who pointed this out and got me thinking along these lines and made me go back and check this, because I had missed like 5 different panels of communication between Kafka and Narumi, which is kind of important for their relationship and their character development going forward. But anyway, those are my thoughts. What do you think? What is this degeneration power? How is Kafka applying it in this situation? And do you think Kafka's finally realized that he actually has this degeneration power by now? All right, tell me what you think. Hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out. Humans are weird. We took a vote, and humans are weird. I have the data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans are weird, we took a vote, and humans are weird, I have the data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.